In this video, we are going to see how quadratic equations are formed. So quadratic equations are those equations that has two roots. So our hint over here is that these equations are going to have two roots. So what does it mean to be a root? So if p of x is a polynomial function and it is, let's say that alpha and beta are going to be the roots. So roots are the values that makes the whole function to be 0, meaning p of alpha should be equal to 0 and p of beta should also be equal to 0. So the p of x has to be formed in such a way that when alpha is substituted, entire p of x should be 0, and when beta is substituted, p of x should be again equal to 0. So I'm going to write here x minus alpha. So when I write x minus alpha, it means that when I substitute alpha, alpha minus alpha becomes 0, and thereby the whole function becomes 0. Similarly, I can also write x minus beta, and I can also introduce a non-zero constant over here. So this is your quadratic function. So to make it as an equation, I can write p of x is equal to 0. So k into x minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0, which makes k minus alpha into k minus beta is equal to 0. And if I start to multiply x square minus beta x minus alpha x minus into minus plus alpha beta is equal to 0. So x square, I can remove the negative commonly outside from these two terms. So thereby I'll be getting alpha plus beta times x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. And this is how a quadratic equation is simply formed. It is x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0. So we can compare this with our standard quadratic equations form. A quadratic equation can be generally represented as a general representation. So the general representation of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. I'll be calling my a to be a non-zero constant. So only if this is non-zero, the x square term will be always alive. So the degree 2 equation makes the equation quadratic, right? So here we are having x square and here I am having ax square. So in order to compare these two equations, let me divide it by a. So x square by a plus b by ax plus c by a, which equals 0, which gives me x square plus b by ax plus c by a is equal to 0. Now technically both the equations are identical because both the equations are quadratic. This is simply that are written in terms of roots, and this equation is written in terms of coefficients. Now I can establish a relationship between the roots and the coefficients. So in the place of minus alpha plus beta, I am having b by a, which makes alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. And in the place of alpha beta, I am having c. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a and alpha beta is equal to c by a. So this is the relation that we are deriving between the coefficients and the roots of the quadratic equation. Thank you.